This is Anton Weber with Norton Yachts, and I am at day 4 of Boot Dusseldorf, and I'm standing in front of probably the boat I am most excited to show and talk about what changes there are from the previous model, which is the Saffier SE 28 Leopard. So this is a redesign of the 27, but it's also got a lot more optionality. So the big changes on this boat are that you can now have two wheels or a tiller. You can have an electric motor, or you can have a Yanmar 15 horse inboard on this boat. It's also got a lot more room down below. They've created some more volume by widening the boat a little bit, but that extra foot got you a lot. There are also a lot of little changes, and there's stuff like the Ethic decking is rolled over the side here, and it just makes it a little bit more comfortable to sit at the up on the deck while you're at the helm station. We've also got an integrated flagpole backstay, so it's all one piece. There's not two separate pieces to this boat. So some of the other things that I'm excited to show you are the Selden winches. So Selden actually developed a winch specifically for this boat, and what it does, if you come on board, is you have the ability to go low speed in or high speed in. You can also go out, low speed and high speed. And the winch is actually turning, so the line's going to leave even if there's no load on it. So that's the difference between a Harken and a Selden rewind winch. In this particular instance, the winch actually turns with power, so it will let line out. And you can also, as usual, control both sides from either side of the boat. So all of your lines are let aft. As usual, this thing is a breeze for single-handed sailing, and it's got a bunch of options as far as, again, on the little things. You've got deeper line lockers. They're a little bit better organized. They've changed some of where these are set up, so they're out of the way a little bit better. So you get a little bit cleaner of a look. And one of the other cool things over here is this METEC electric engine. If you go with the electric engine option, this pod can actually turn. So you can turn all the way to port and all the way to starboard. And it actually also turns as you turn the wheel. So it helps to turn the boat. So they've done just an awesome job with this boat. I'm really excited about getting out and sail on it. So we'll take a closer look at the Saffier 28 Leopard. And some of the changes, like I said before, you've got this rolled over Ethic decking here, which is actually very comfortable. And then dropping down here, you've got you push that little button and the ladder pops out. So I can actually do that. So there you go. Ladder pulls right out. You've got a swim ladder. And then you've got this integrated piece back here that controls the backstay and has a nice slot for your flag holder. As usual, the Traveler is behind the helmsperson, but easily controlled from the helm position. You can control both the backstay and your Traveler right here while you're sitting at the wheel with one hand on the wheel. And then you have a nice big storage space right underneath the middle of the two helm stations. Your dual carbon wheels, and I'm sure there's, by the way, an option for a chart plotter in this space right here. So your controls for to the helm station, the tack line, and the furling line are right here. So similar position, but just a different orientation on the boat. And then you have these nice cup holders right here, and this little hole right here is actually for a bimini, which I took some pictures of earlier when it was up, so you can see that. These nice backrests right here, and if you're on a Dutch for the Vang, but this is now actually for the in-haul and the out-haul if you get the the larger jib. So there's a 110 jib option. You can also do the self-tacking jib, and these are your fair leads if you're going for the 110 jib. For the hatch, because it would be nice to have airflow if you happen to be sitting down below. And then you've got your anchor locker right here. So you've also, where those options are, you've got the pop-up cleats, which are very handy. Everything running under the deck, out of the down below. Of course, have the compression post, and you have a roomier interior down here. You've got a fridge over here, toilet right there. Your triducer spot is in its own little space, and you have plenty of room for people to sleep here. I'm 6 feet tall. These are probably about 7.5 feet long. And these guys are just access points for stuff in the back of the boat, systems in the back of the boat. You've got your 12-volt panel here, as well as your light switch, your battery switches, and your voltmeter. If you decide to overload them, you can read it. Ooh, look, there's a Heineken right there. See, there's just little Dutch surprises all over this, but look at that. So full of Heinekens, ready to go. I'll throw in a 12-pack if you buy the 28 Leopard. All right. Thanks for coming along.